better?
Go.
I call this meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. Stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jeremy, will you please call roll?
Mr. Frazier.
Here.
Mr. Mitchell.
Here.
Mrs. Mars.
Here.
Mr. Ford.
Here. All right, we are not approving minutes this month. We will be approving July and August minutes in September. So we're moving on to the approval agenda. I need approval of the agenda of the meeting. Do I have a motion?
So me.
Jojo?
Second.
And Steve. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, agenda is approved. We have nothing on the hearing of the public for agenda items, and we will move right into Jeremy's treasurer's report.
Right. Was there any questions about the July monthly fiscal reports? Again, out the first month, things are where we expect them to be. We'll be bringing you the budget next month. We have been working on that and loaded it today, and then we'll start making sure we have the appropriations matched up with our certificate of estimated resources, and then we'll bring it to you for approval in September. So we are almost there with the FY25 budget. And then there is a fund-to-fund transfer listed here this evening, and it was for the bond retirement payments that we make for the renovations at the high school. So moving PI funds to pay for that renovation project. And then I was able to actually get this at the last minute, but the annual approval of the in-state and out-of-state tuition was available as of like 5 p.m. yesterday, so I was able to get this added to the agenda. The in-state tuition is $7,457.86, and the out-of-state tuition rate is $13,489. We approve it. Nobody has ever paid it, but just in case somebody from Indiana or Michigan would like to attend school here, they could. For the whopping.
Do we have any in-state people? I mean, like.
No, because we have open enrollment, so it really doesn't. It's just another thing that we have to approve.
Formality.
Yep. And then the next thing is another formality, which is the approval of the report that you have on our income earned from commercial paper. We do invest in some commercial paper because at times it provides a better rate of interest than a CD is, and so Red Tree will invest in commercial paper. So we've owned some Toyota commercial paper and some other banks, and basically that's what it is. It's a piece of paper that says they'll pay you back, but they're highly safe companies, so we're allowed to do that. So it's just approving the report that we had, where we had the money at. So are there any questions about that? And that's all I have. Very exciting stuff this evening.
All right, any questions for Jeremy? Seeing none, I will take a motion to approve the treasurer's agenda.
So moved. Second.
Sean, second by Steve. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, treasurer's agenda is approved. Now we're going to move on to the superintendent's report with Dwayne.
Thank you. We're going to start with Tony, who's going to talk a little bit about the new staff orientations that he did, and we're going to introduce the staff members. And then when we do that, I thought it would be nice if our staff members were presented with a welcome gift from our student representative, Mr. Spencer Ford. So Spencer is going to give each of our new teachers, after they introduce themselves, a nice Piqua mug and a handshake to welcome you. Who better to do that than one of our student reps? So, Mr. Lyons.
So it's a little intimidating with behind me now. After what I got to know about him for a few days last week, we did spend 3 days in new teacher orientation. Some folks are brand new to the district. Others have been here in some capacity and now coming officially as part of Piqua City Schools. But we spent time last week working on curriculum materials with Scott and Kiera. We had Mindy and Amy working through the student services side for a day. We had Alice training one morning, and then they got to spend a little time with me just listening. no, we were actively participating. So we've got a great group. You've heard a little bit throughout the month because we started hiring clear back in March, I think. Victoria might have been one of our first people that we hired. And all the way up to, I think, 2 weeks ago, we hired our last teacher for Spring Creek. So at this point, we're excited to have them on board. Like I said, it's a great group. And they're quiet, weren't they, in new teacher orientation? So except for John. No, I'm just kidding. John, lone wolf there. We've got a few others that couldn't make it tonight. I think 4 others that couldn't make it tonight, and they're going to come at the September meeting, and we'll do some introductions there. So you're up. So if you want to come up to the microphone.
Just a reminder when you're done to see our student rep, Mr. Spencer Ford, who has a gift for you.
I'm Megan Moeller, and I'll be teaching kindergarten at Spring Creek, and I'm so excited to teach for Piqua because it already seems like an amazing, supportive, like having 3 days of orientation makes me feel so welcome, and also my team seems amazing. So.
I didn't make her say that. I'll take it, but I didn't make her say it.
I'm McKenna Busher, and I will be a kindergarten teacher at Spring Creek. I'm excited to teach at Piqua because I had the opportunity to put on a STEM day last school year, and I felt very engaged, and the staff and community was very welcoming, and so I just feel like it's going to be a great year.
Hi, I'm John Battaglia. I'm going to be teaching world history to all the freshmen at the high school. And I'm really excited to be a part of Piqua because it seems like a great community. It's really supportive of not only the academics at the school, but some of the extracurriculars as well. So it's pretty exciting stuff. So, thank you.
I'm Abby Peoples. I will be at Spring Creek teaching kindergarten along with the other 2 ladies that just talked to you. I'm really excited to be back working at Spring Creek. I love the community. I live in the community, and I've also served many of you at 3 Joe's for a very, very, very long time. So
I'll tell the secrets.
I love 3 Joe's too, but I am so glad to be back, and I love Piqua City Schools.
Thank you.
I am Bethany Luciano, and I'm going to be an intervention specialist in 4th grade at PCIS. And I'm excited to work at Piqua. I had the opportunity to work at Washington for the last 2 months with Mrs. Kale, and it's just such a welcoming community, and I really love it. So thanks.
I'm Erica Osborne. I will be a 7th grade math teacher at the junior high. I have lived in Piqua for 8 years now with my husband, and I'm just super excited to work for Piqua. I want to serve the community I've been in, and that's where my kids are going to go. So.
Hi, I'm Allie Davis. I'm going to be a 6th grade math teacher at PCIS. I'm super excited to be here at Piqua and have the opportunity to work here. I went to kindergarten in Piqua, so it's really cool to come back to my roots. I've also helped in family like wellness nights, doing yoga and DJing for the intermediate schools. So it's just been such a wonderful family atmosphere that I'm really excited to be a part of. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Bugger. I'll be the ASL teacher at Piqua High School. I'm excited to be in Piqua because so far it's a very welcoming and positive community, and so far so good.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emma Edgington. I'm the 6th grade IS at Piqua Central, and I'm excited to be in Piqua because this is my first year teaching. And I'm from Troy, so I just wanted to see what Piqua was about.
Let them know.
I'm Miranda Curry. I will be 1st grade at Washington. I have grown up all throughout this area when the mall was thriving. That was my place to hang out as a kid. I also am from Troy, but don't tell them that. I'm very excited to join this team because everybody has been so welcoming and supportive and amazing, and I'm excited to get the year started.
Hi, am Megan Wyland. I'm going to be first grade teacher at Washington, and I'm really excited to be at Piqua because the community seems very welcoming and exciting.
Hi, I'm Destiny Audie. I'm going to be a second grade teacher at Washington, and I'm excited to be in Piqua because the community seems so engaging, and I just want to be a part of all the wonderful things I've heard about. So.
Hi, I'm Shannon Clark. I'm going to be the intervention specialist at Washington. I'm excited to be here in Piqua. I've been in Piqua through the county for the past 12 years, so I'm excited to continue that work on a different level. So, and I've always felt welcomed and had great experiences here in Piqua. So.
And I think
Did they all leave?
I think they might have bolted.
I know. I was thinking.
left.
I was like, they come back in and we can
So,
thank them.
Yeah.
Are they all in the lobby? Because they all.
Let me go.
I saw people leaving.
They were.
Getting out of Dodge.
They were like, bye bye.
It's just so weird to me because I actually remember 2 of them being born. I actually held one as a baby, and now here they are working in our district. So
That's why I told Sean, they just
Yeah.
keep getting younger and
they
younger.
do. Pretty cool that they're a part of our community and have been their lives. So that's,
I remember
that's pretty neat.
Peoples.
Yeah.
But, and then I saw her when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So the direction I did not give was stick around for a minute after you leave. So this is our crew that's left.
Well,
yes.
Extra credit.
Extra credit.
We just want to say we wish you the best of luck, and we're glad that you're here. And we hope that you do feel supported by everyone in the district because we want you to succeed and be the best versions of yourself. So thank you for everything that you do, and please let us know if you need anything.
Thank you.
All right. See,
Thanks,
the other,
ladies.
tell the other 19 that
Spread the word.
Yeah.
they're at 3 Joe's already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Spencer.
You were supposed to tell
You were
them.
supposed to get that man.
My bad. Thanks for your help with that. I thought it'd be nice to have
Yeah.
a greeting from you.
Good group.
Thank you, Mr. Lyons. Continuing on, just a note, our enrollment is really strong. As of this morning, we actually have 1 more kid than we did last year, but we have several in the hopper. We still had about 100 registrations that had started, but we don't have the final paperwork, so they're not in the official counts. And then by lunch, he said 30 more had come in, so we will be higher in our enrollment than last year. Now, that'll settle out as we start school and we find out some kids may have moved but not told us yet. So, but looking good there. Just a note to our parents and community: our Indian Day open houses, our fee supplies list, and all of that, and other important information is on our website at www.piqua.org. We'll be sending out some reminder calls from our buildings as well, just so that everybody has those. A special reminder to our students and our parents that breakfast and lunches are free this year for all of our students. There's no paperwork required. There will be a cost for extra food as well as adult lunches, so we want to remind people of that. Bus routes are all done. We still have a few in progress as new enrollments come. The transportation department is amazing. They're working really hard on getting those updated. Parents can find that information on the Stop Finder app, as well as that will be given out at Indian Days. If they need assistance with any of the apps or anything after Indian Days, they're welcome to call our transportation department so they can assist. Monday begins our opening day kickoff for our staff. You guys are certainly invited to come and do that at 8 o'clock in the morning. The Teacher of the Year speech will not disappoint this year, so it will be amazing. You have to come and see that if you're available to the board members. They will then be dismissed to go work with our principals for this year's district and building goals for our success-bound pathways. Tuesday and Wednesday will be our professional development days that they'll use to follow up with that work on the goals. And then Thursday is a teacher work day so that the teachers can really process everything that they've gone over at that time. And I'll take a break and let Kiera and Scott come up and talk a little bit about just some reminders of our curriculum work as well as that professional development work. So our curriculum department, if you could come up.
Good evening, everyone. Just have a few things to share. We also had an eventful summer. First, as you know, we rolled out our new CKLA Amplify program for grades 8 through 6. And staff, they engaged in PD in June, and then we picked up some some of our new staff that were just hired last week, and we're very near to 100% of our staff who have been trained. They're excited. They came in June or July to pick up their materials, so we're all excited about that. We had all of our regular summer school programming that we had in the past. We made some tweaks. Careful Corners, we had about 40 kids who showed up, which was about normal, what we had, and everything worked out really great. We also had an opportunity for third graders who had not yet met promotion score or proficient score on the third grade reading test. We gave them an opportunity to come in for a couple weeks in June and to take those assessments again so that they could change their status. And we did see some growth with some of our kids, so that was great. But then we held another 3 weeks of summer school specifically for students who were on reading and improvement monitoring plans as of last year. We invited all of them, and that was, we called it high dosage tutoring in response to the state saying that districts had to provide that support. So in the past, of course, we've always provided targeted interventions and support in the summer for students, but this year there was a difference in making sure that those supports were directly aligned to their REMs from the previous year. And it was only for an hour and a half, like tutoring. If you think about the nature of a tutoring session, it's about an hour, 15 minutes when you can count for all of the transitioning. And we did 2 rounds of that. So one group of kids came in for an hour and a half, then the next round of kids came in for another round of that same day. And I just want to put another plug into our transportation department because they pulled that off, and I wasn't the one who set all that up. Teresa did all that, but as we were transitioning, I was on the back end of it, and when I met with some of the staff at the end of the program, they said they were amazing in pulling that off, because that was new. But we had very good attendance, even though the periods of tutoring were very short. I'm told from summer school staff that they noticed a significant difference in the kids' attendance. It was about 90% of perfect attendance, or let me take that back. About 90% of the kids attending were there consistently almost every day, and that was different. They were significantly more engaged because it was a more targeted period of time and nearly no behaviors, and so that's just what the staff shared. Let's see. Oh, in response to House Bill 33, where Ohio Department of Education and Workforce has required all districts to complete science of reading training, we rolled that out in June, offering staff an opportunity to get started on that. They have until beginning of June next year to complete that. And as of right now, we have 55 and counting staff who have already completed that training. So we are off to a really great start. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Mr. Loon?
So good evening. I'll just give you some updates as well. We've updated some curricular materials for the junior high and high school, as well as we've done in the elementary. We've upgraded our anatomy textbooks in our College Credit Plus courses so that they're just more modern. Our last ones were about 12 years old or so these are much nicer. Done the same with American government and world history, so they're up to date. We updated versions of our current materials in ELA and math at the junior high, so they're using the most recent imprints of the materials that we have, and we've provided professional development for those folks as well. We've also upgraded our curriculum in our data science course at the high school. That is an Algebra 2 equivalent course. We've aligned with the state model with that data science course. So it's kind of like stats and probability. So we have the most recent set of materials that we could use. And being an Algebra 2 course, that's an equivalent course, it's very popular with our students. We will be working on some artificial intelligence training with our buildings next week. I know I'll be working with 3 of the buildings just to get our staff introduced to that. We are taking part in the Ohio Tech Cred program. That is a initiative through the Lieutenant Governor's Office. That funding has been provided to the state to disseminate to districts basically what will happen is they will reimburse us for that training. We will have a professional, which I'm not, in the AI field coming and working with our staff. We have the capability to train 60 teachers a year and being a part of this program. They will actually be certificated in AI implementation in the classroom, which is really what I want. So they have the most up-to-date usage of that kind of technology. We will be working with the Miami County ESC to provide professional development for our 2 math programs at the junior high and the high school. The director of their curriculum and myself will be working to make sure that we're using our materials correctly. And when I say correctly, are we adhering to what those materials ask us to do? We'll do that through observations and with meeting with the teachers. It's not evaluative. We literally go in and say, how close are we to implementing exactly what's in that curriculum? And we will do that 4 times over the year. Our Business Advisory Council, I'm going to walk this way, because I do want you to see this. Gary, you want to help me? She insisted she gets the whole
Just go back to Mike so that people at home can hear you. Thanks.
So we did, if you go online, you get to see me doing this with the director of the Department of Education and Workforce. It's not that impressive of me standing there, but we were awarded another 3-star award for our Business Advisory Council. There's about 20 schools across the state that were awarded that. So that's our 2nd year in a row that we've been able to do that. Our Business Advisory Council plan is due in September. I will present that to you next month so that you can see what it is that we do. And I will be applying for that award again. The awards actually go up to 4 stars. That 4th star has proven to be elusive so far. My goal is to do that. Our Business Advisory Council does a lot of great work for our students and our buildings and our community. So I want that recognized by the state. Gifted professional development. We will continue to work with the county gifted coordinator to provide that for our teachers. I did set a book next to you. Feel free to read that. That is the book is called Making Thinking Visible. We will be working with that kind of gifted professional development. It is basically working on thinking routines on how to help students visualize what they're learning. And the nice part is we can use that with all of our students, not just gifted. So we'll be able to apply those lessons across the board in our instruction. We also integrate the thinking routines from Harvard's Project Zero, which is a detailed look at how I organize how I think. And for a lot of students, it's a great way to start to organize their thoughts and how they learn. So we'll be working with our teachers with that. We will be implementing the tools program this year with our work-based learning students. This is an initiative that helps to identify students who want to enter into the construction trades. So we are sponsored by Jeff Meyer, so that who works with our group. They came and spoke with our kids last spring, and they'll really start up with them this fall. Really trying to help students understand what the construction trades are all about. And then finally, we do a lot of work with Work Keys here in the district. That is through ACT. It is a work-based assessment with work skills. I've been working over the past 2 years with Edison State Community College to provide articulation for one component of the Work Keys. And I'm really pleased to announce that the students that we have that complete a certain level on the Work Keys Applied Math course can articulate 3 credit hours with Edison in it's Math 115 or Applied Mathematics. So those students who reach that with us will get articulation credits through Edison. And for some of those students, those are the first credits that they will earn. And that will be at no cost to them. So I'm really excited to do that. Edison and Piqua are, that I can find, the only district working to do that with one of their higher ed partners. So I'm very excited to bring that to our students. Okay. And can I answer anything for you? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Continuing on, just our first day is right after Labor Day. It's on the 2nd, so we're excited about getting our students back into our classrooms and our buildings so that we can work with them. Special thanks to our staff for all the hard work they've done. Our buildings are looking really nice and they're just about ready for our students. Thanks to our coaching staff and our music directors for all their hard work. We have a lot of great sport events already happening. So cross country, football, golf, soccer, and tennis. So thank you to those coaches for all the work they've done this summer. And you can see our athletic schedules on our website. Don't want to forget our marching band and show choir, who has already been working. The marching band's got a great show this year. They're ahead of schedule and they're doing really well. And our show choir is coming together as well too. So exciting things coming ahead for that. Would like to invite the public to our events. The senior parking spots have already started, so that's a tradition that we started a few years ago. Our seniors get us parked in the spot. They can personalize that any way that they would like to, so I'd like to invite the public and you as well to come and see what those look like. A lot of really great talent showcased there. Finally, our district calendars are going to be in the mailboxes anytime at people's homes. This is last year's, but that's coming up, and a lot of valuable information in there for our school community events. There are dates and times. There's information on there on how to get tickets for those events if that is necessary. Our Veterans Day breakfast as well as our Senior Citizen breakfast has information in there for that, so we want to make sure our public is aware of those events. And there's a special announcement in the calendar for some music alumni events that are coming up that if you were involved in the music program and you're an alumni of Piqua, you're not going to want to miss those special events. Just a huge thank you to Emily Schaller for her hard work on that. We work on that year round with what's going to go in there and all the information, but she puts it all together and puts the most beautiful photos in there and makes it really attractive. So a special thank you to her. Spencer, anything else you could think of to kick off the year? Anything you're excited about?
Excited to get show choir rolling, honestly. We usually do really well. I don't think we are doing a competition in November this year, but I'm looking forward to really honing in on everything we have. We're learning our first song on September 11th because our choreographer cannot make it. Yeah. So we're excited. I'm excited as a section leader to get everything rolling. Yeah. As well as our cross country night. That's going to be a lot of fun.
When is that coming up?
September 7th.
Okay.
Senior night also.
Definitely want the public to go to that.
Yeah.
Fireworks again this year?
Mm-hmm. Great event. We have a 9:30 race and a 10:30 race. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is highly attended and very well liked by the cross-country teams across the region. So, yeah, congratulations to you and all your teammates for being on that. Gifted Service District Plan, Mindy Gregerson. Oh, Gerhardt. What did I say right after? Mindy Gerhardt. Mindy Gregerson is somebody who formerly worked for us.
Yes. So every year, we as the gifted coordinator for the county, I just kind of tag along, work together to develop a district process and implementation plan to identify students and gifted. That's going to be before you here to come up to vote. We start in the spring, really looking at students that we identify, how we are identifying that, what processes need to be changed. And a lot of this has to also go with what the state requires for us to. So just last Wednesday, the state finally put out their assessments that we're allowed to give our gifted students. We had to make some quick changes on that. Those are now in those plans. And then also just to note, every 5 years, there is an allowance to change the gifted rule, and they'll have all their processes to go through with that. That was supposed to be done and ready to go last spring. It has not yet, so we're still waiting for that approval. So there might be some changes that we'll have to do within our plan based on that. But for the start of the school year, we want to get out and ready to roll, so that will be in front of you. And really just not much to change other than just some assessments that we had to make some changes with because they're no longer approved by the state. So any questions on that? Perfect. Thank you.
That's it for the update.
All right, we're moving right into the superintendent's agenda.
Okay. Recommend board approval of the attached list of donations and grants to Piqua City Schools. So we had a donation from Charles Skip Vossler to the athletic training department. He's a Piqua alumni and was recently recognized as alumni of distinction very well known in his field of work. So $500 from him, and very much appreciated for his continued support. OHSA donated to the athletic department for the games that we hosted, some of the regional meets and things. That was $2,500. FM station to the Wise Cup Honor Garden that we talked about at the last meeting. Reef Mechanical Services to the Indian Station. Kiwanis Club of Piqua to our golf team, and the Independence Day Celebration Association to our band for their work on Independence Day. Recommend board approval of the attached district process and plan for identification of student services that Mindy just talked about. And then recommending the board approval of the established bus routes for the bus stops for 24-25 school year that I mentioned earlier. And then recommend board approval of the attached resolution adopting a Calamity Day alternative makeup plan. And I added that on, as you noted, I put that out there. This just tells, it's required by the state, this tells the process that we would do if we exceed our 7 days. So we have 7 days that are built into our calendar. If we get beyond that, let's hope that that doesn't happen. But if it does, this outlines exactly how we would do that. And what we would do is use our Google Meets and Google Classroom. Teachers would log on. We're required to do that in sync with the students, so that they would provide the instruction through that process, and then they would be available to answer questions with the students throughout that day.
How many did we use last year?
3 or 4, maybe 3. Yeah, I can't think of the last time we've exceeded our allotted days. Absolutely. I don't think we have in my tenure. Like I said, we have 7 days built in. Most districts have 5. But several years prior to my coming into the position, the district added 2 days into the calendar built in for that. So I can't think of a time we've exceeded ours. So hopefully we will. Any questions on that? Okay. And that's it.
All right. Any questions for Dwayne? All right, then I will take a motion for the approval of the superintendent's agenda.
I so move.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. All right, superintendent's agenda passes.
Thank you.
It was approved. All right, personnel agenda.
Thank you. You get the update on Monday evening, and outside of any questions there, I'd like to point out we do have a retirement coming up from Bill Cruikshank. As you guys know, he's been at the high school for many, many years, since coming from a world of electricity and even creating some electricity while he's at the high school. So thanks, Bill, for all his hard work, dedication, and commitment, and he is going to be retiring soon. So that's on there, along with some of the hires that we just finished up that you met tonight, and wrapping up some of our building level subs, and some custodial positions that we had. We've got some new folks coming in, so we're excited to get that started. So any questions on the update that I sent, or anything else that you see there?
No. Any questions for Tony? All right, seeing none, I will take a motion for approval of the personnel agenda.
So moved.
Sean, do we have a second?
Second.
All right. And Jeremy, will you please call roll?
Mr. Mitchell.
Aye.
Mrs. Mars.
Aye.
Mr. Frazier.
Aye.
Mr. Ford.
Aye. All right, personnel agenda is approved. Moving on to no old business, and we do have some new business. Is that Tony or not? Or is that
This is just an update to the administrator and classified staff handbooks. The idea behind this is to lower the amount of vacation time that can be accrued from some of our longer-term employees from 60 days down to 20 days. So this is the proposal is to roll this back to 20 days, paying out those days to the administrators and get them below 20 days for those who have over 20 days. And that way in the future, when they do retire down the road, that we don't have to pay out 60 days worth of vacation and 60 days worth of sick leave at 120 days times whatever their daily rate is. It can become very significant. And as we were looking through moving money to the severance area, as we've done to create that severance account. And we looked at where people were at with their vacation time. It didn't make sense to let that keep building. We need to put a cap on that. So we're making those changes. We've talked to the employees about it and answered their questions, and I think we're in a good spot to be able to do that. It's going to save us money, I think, in the long run, but also like not leave this exposure out there when we may not be able to afford it down the road. So just getting that taken.
So this isn't going to be a surprise to anybody.
They are all over.
They're not
Okay.
losing time. We're just trying to prevent it from building up. We want them to take their vacation
Right.
time that they've earned.
Now,
rather than-
vacation is just for 12-month employees, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's a one-time payout for those who have accumulated more than 20 days is basically what this is, and then capping them with not being able to carry over more than 20 days.
Okay. Any discussion or any questions for Jeremy or Dwayne? All right, then I will take a motion to approve the update to the administrator and classified staff handbooks.
So I make a motion.
All right, with Jojo, do we have a second?
Second.
All right. Should we call roll for this, Jeremy?
Sure.
Okay. Please call roll.
Mrs. Mars.
Aye.
Mr. Frazier.
Aye.
Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Ford.
Aye. All right. Board approval is, or the administrative classified handbooks are approved. And I believe that's all we have on the agenda for today. Our next meeting is September 16th at 6 p.m. right here at the Piqua City School District Board of Education. Seeing no other business, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right. We are adjourned.